Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. We may have just witnessed the game of the season, but you're here to better understand tactically why it ended in a draw. So, how did Klopp stop Arsenal and why did Arteta struggle? Here is how both teams lined up on paper, with Arsenal going with the usual 3-2-5 in possession. We can see the box midfield, 5 attackers, and although Ben is playing as a third centre-back, he often supports or even overlaps with the likes of Saka. Where things changed for Liverpool to counter this is the use of Trent Alexander-Arnold, as he was used in a similar position to the one that Zinchenko takes up for Arsenal. And ultimately, Liverpool went with the same system as Arsenal. We also saw Arsenal's typical man-for-man high press. Even with the slight tactical changes from Klopp, Arsenal still forced Liverpool to go long, as they did not look comfortable playing out from the back and often tried to isolate Zinchenko with that long ball to Salah. Arsenal dominated the first half with goals from the likes of Martinelli and Jesus, and even though both teams used the same system, Arsenal being the more familiar, Liverpool managed to nick a goal before half-time with some good transitional play. However, Klopp still needed to make changes for the second half to avoid suffering more of the same. Now, this came down to Trent not being able to play through Arsenal's press in that Zinchenko-esque role in the middle as a pivot player. And Salah, who usually plays in behind or quite deep when boxing another team in, not used to playing with his back to goal like Saka does when he receives the ball, or when Saka makes that run from out to in, those inside usual runs that we've become used to seeing, occupying that space between the centre-back and the full-back. Outside of the tactics though, we did see an altercation between Granit Xhaka and Trent Alexander-Arnold shortly before half-time, and this in turn stirred up Anfield. And when you've silenced the crowd at Anfield, you shouldn't give them a reason to shout. So let me know down in the comments below, do you think this had an effect on the game? And whilst you're there, if you are enjoying this video, please do go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe for similar future content, especially if you hate the Tottenham. Going into the second half, Arsenal decided to play much deeper and defended in their usual 4-4-2 shape, inviting pressure and looking to hit Liverpool on the counter-attack. In fact, Arsenal did create several chances and were very unlucky not to get another goal, a tactic we've often seen implemented at half-time when leading. Klopp made only a few small tweaks to his system. We saw Trent play much wider, but still from time to time operated in that number 8 role, as Liverpool spent large parts of the second half in Arsenal's third, and we saw Henderson come out wide too. This allowed Salah more freedom and support as he started to come inside more often, and Klopp clearly had a tactic to further isolate Zinchenko, given that fluid role that he typically plays for Arsenal. This is eventually where Liverpool got their equaliser. A cross came in from the right-hand side by Trent Alexander-Arnold, which was then headed in by Firmino, who does unfortunately love a goal against Arsenal. Liverpool did nearly go on to win the game with attack after attack, momentum in their step, and Arsenal continued to sit deep, but up stepped Aaron Ramsdale, who pulled off 2 world-class saves as he denied a deflected effort from Mo Salah, which looked like it was going in top bins, and also what looked like a certain tap-in from Konate. Was this a point gained for Arsenal, or maybe 2 dropped? Either way, Arsenal still sit top of the Premier League with a trip to the Etihad still to come. What an intense end to the season we have in store. Has Klopp swung the title race? Can Arsenal hang on? 8 more finals to go. Stay safe, take care, and come on you Gunners.